How do you know if your song is good? How do you know? This is a big question, and it is not a simple answer because a song that is really good in one context might be really awful in another. Case in point, Cats in the Cradle. You young people, look it up. If you're looking for a song to get the party started that's a real banger for the dance floor, Cats in the Cradle is like the worst song ever. But if you're looking for a song to scare the hell out of parents, that if they don't spend enough time with their kids when they're young, they will die alone, then Cats in the Cradle hits it out of the park. That's one of the big questions before you ask, is the song good? Is kind of like, well, what do you want the song to accomplish? How do you want the song to function? That being said, context aside, we also need to address the subjectivity of the audience too. So even within a function, somebody thinks one song is the best song to work out to and another person finds it super annoying. So again, subjectivity, you will find people who don't like any song out there, even Someone Like You by Adele. We got context and we got subjectivity. But if we set those two things aside, objectively speaking, there are certain metrics and parameters that you can compare your song to see if it is compelling, if it maintains the interest of the listener, and if it evokes an emotion from the listener. Now, you'll notice, like if you go to a spa or any kind of serene environment, they will often play music that is not tense. It tends to be very placid and consistent. And it's because it's meant to keep everybody emotionally calm. It doesn't demand anything emotionally from the people in the room. So for that context, that's really great. It's not intended to be super interesting or make you listen and pay attention. But that example is mainly instrumental music anyway. But I'm even speaking about the bones of the composition. You know, I often talk about the balance of variation and repetition. People like what's familiar, you know what I'm saying? So it needs to repeat enough that people feel like they can wrap their head around what's going on, but it also needs to provide enough variation where it maintains the interest of the listener as well. The spa music is not about variation so much. It's more about repetition and just making somebody feel calm. Regular songs, though, that have lyrics, it needs more variation. And, you know, lyrically speaking, it needs to communicate an emotion to the listener. Now, story songs need to be more clear, but usually the whole function of a story song is to make the listener feel something. So songs that have more obscure lyrics compared to plain English lyrics, again, it's to evoke feeling from the listener. You know, if it's a song that's intended to make the listener feel seen and understood and help them process their emotions, then as long as it does that effectively, it's good. I don't even really like to use the words good and bad in reference to songs, but a lot of people just want to know, is my song good? Is it good? There are a lot of versions of what a good song is. And there are some things that can make a song objectively bad. If the chords don't feel satisfying, if the melody and rhythms of the melody are meandering, if there's not enough repetition, if it's too repetitive, if it's too boring, those are things that could, if you're going to use the word bad, those are things that could make a song bad. But keep watching my videos, read some books about songwriting, watch other videos about songwriting, and little by little you can have these measuring sticks and these metrics to compare your song to objectively say, okay, is this as compelling and effective as it could possibly be for what it is?